Come along with me as I transform this little boy's regular old white tee into something that represents Jamaica heritage. Okay, beautiful people, welcome. Tomorrow is Heritage Day, or the day that you're watching is Heritage Day at my son's school. It is actually Hispanic Heritage Week at the school, but tomorrow is going to be actually just Heritage Day for all walks of the world. So obviously we're representing Jamaica, and I have no bandana clothing for him. I literally have scraps of bandana. This is Jamaican's national garb. I can confidently say every Caribbean island has their own print. This is Jamaica's print. We call it the bandana. And I'm gonna take this little white shirt and kind of transform it as best as I can, because we live in Central Florida and we live in the rural area of Central Florida. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get realistically anything that represents Jamaica. I will post an image of a shirt I made. Literally, I just put on an old school Jamaica reggae boys, Jamaica, what is it, Football Federation patch on his jersey shirt that he had, and some shorts, and then I sent him off. Because anything that I'm gonna find in this area is literally gonna be a t-shirt, or maybe if I venture to actual Orlando, colonial side, I'll probably find something. But something like the bandana, I don't expect to find here. And I could definitely be wrong. Comment below if you live in Central Florida and you're like, oh, this Jamaican store, this Caribbean store sells bandana clothing or national garb clothing, whatever, or cool t-shirts. We were told about this last week, and it was a long week last week, so I didn't get a chance to actually order anything online, but I'm sure I could have found something online. I looked at some ideas of some things I want to do. So pretty much with my scraps, I'm going to just add a little strip here, and then on the collar, I think I have enough for that. And if I have a little more, I'm gonna add to the ends of the sleeve with this bigger piece. What I really want to do is, this is an outline of Jamaica, and I want to add that to the back. That's ambitious, right? That's really ambitious. I have a sewing machine. This is not something I've ever done before. I don't want to waste the material, so I want to kind of focus on the collar and the strip on the chest, and then whatever I have left, if I can make the outline on the back, or even make a little smaller version of it, I'll definitely try. I will definitely try. I hope it doesn't just end up looking like a little blob on the back of the shirt. I'm trying. There's something new. The vision is there, but I just don't know if it's gonna come out. So come along with me as I transform this little boy's regular old white tee into something that represents Jamaica heritage. So this is the rough kind of layout of how it's gonna look. I just wanted to see if it makes sense. I'm gonna hand stitch this one just because of how small it is, and I still want the pocket to actually work. And then here I'm going to use the sewing machine. Don't talk about the stitching, all right? That's a hand stitch. Trying my best. That was the rough stitch. I'm gonna take the paper off and then see how it goes. So this is it. It's a little rough, but that was the concept. Outline of the country of Jamaica. I have rough stitching here at the top, trying to make it a little design, and then the front pocket. I had to hand stitch that one. That one looks a little rough too, but that's kind of supposed to be the style. That's the style, guys. That's the style. Super proud of myself. My grandmother was a seamstress, so whenever I sew, I always think of her. I always feel like she is talking to me and guiding my hand. But she would have done a better job than this. And my grandmother was an amazing hand stitcher. Even though she used her sewing machine, she was great at hand stitching as well. I need to practice mine a little bit more. But that's the concept I was really going for. I'm surprised it came out that well. I will try and do a picture of how it looks all together. He's going to be wearing some blue slacks and probably some brown shoes. But that is our Jamaica Heritage Day outfit. But to think that Danny and I produced the first set of this generation in the US is like, it's so nice to see a bit of his heritage, his ancestral heritage represented today. So excited. Comment below and tell me how you think I did.